Hey guys, how's it going, and welcome back to my Minecraft Survival Let's Play series. In the last episode, we worked a little on our sniffer enclosure right beyond our storage house here. And to the left, to the left of the frog home that we built 2 episodes ago, here we have our greenhouse, which we built ever so long ago, but it is still technically part of the sniffer enclosure, which is right here, the newest structure on our world right here. And I think it turned out super good. It's not even close to being done yet, but to be honest, I have kind of gassed out my memory. I don't exactly have any new ideas for what I want to put in here, but eventually we do need to finish it up as soon as I figure out what fun details would be cool to add in here. But one little detail that we can go ahead and get done right away in the beginning of today's episode is planting some of these pitcher plants around the enclosure so that the sniffers have some native plants inside their new home. And some of these torch flowers as well, because those are the 2 plants that they dig up out of the ground. I think this will bring a lot more life to the place. And we're not finished yet because in the greenhouse, I have a bunch more growing. Let's go take a quick trip over there. Oh, and we also in the last episode, I think it was the last episode, we built this little mine shaft entrance now. Because originally, the mine entrance that we had was right over there, like right by those fences. But that's exactly where the enclosure is now, so I had to move it. And we built this super cool looking stone boulder thing that's coming out of the ground, and then the mine shaft entrance with a functional minecart system. Just a little quick way of getting down there so I don't have to run all the way down and all the way back up. I can just take my minecart. But now we can come in here to the greenhouse, and we've got a bunch of pitcher plants growing, so that's 5 more we can add in. We don't have any torch flower seeds. This is where I'm going to store all the seeds from now on. But we don't have any torch flower seeds for now, so we're going to just have to take what we get and replant it all later once I get more. And you know what I was thinking as well would be kind of cool? Now, my redstone knowledge is buns, so I don't know what the heck I'm doing when it comes to redstone. But, well, we did build that secret door underneath the treasury. Or to get to the treasury, I guess. So maybe I've improved a little, but when it comes to a new design that I thought up in my head, I don't know how the heck I'm going to get it done. But I want to make it so that there's a minecart underneath the entire enclosure, and it's just driving around, collecting all of the seeds that these guys may or may not dig up. Oh no, this guy's stuck. There you go, pal. But yeah, so I don't know how we're going to get that done. And that's not what we're going to do today, because that is going to take a lot of resources that I currently do not have. But eventually we might get to work on that and make it so that no matter where a seed may or may not be laying, like this guy, where he's going to jig them up, the minecart will pick it up and then store it in a chest for us. We could even have like the allays do it for us, because obviously they go and pick up items. So maybe that would be a more efficient way of doing it, but we'll have to figure all that out later. For now, let's grab that seed that he just sniffed up. Thank you very much. Which one was that? Which sniffer? Sniffy! Thank you, Sniffy. Let's, I don't know if we want to go overboard with these flowers, so we'll keep 5 torch flowers. But the rest of the pitcher plants, we can definitely go ahead and place those around here as well. And then we'll be good to go. What I want to do in today's episode, since we've been doing a lot of like house building lately for all of our little critters, I think today we're going to start planning out where we should put the camels and the armadillos, in fact, because they're kind of found in similar places, the desert and the savannah. Those are similar in my opinion. So I think if we're going for a Zootopia type of situation here, I guess, where all of the like desert animals are living together, then that'll be the best thing to do. Because we have our camels over here, our zombie camel and our normal camel, and then we have all our armadillos in this fence over here. So we need to move them all to the desert area, which is going to take a long time to complete, but we'll get it done sooner or later. For now, let me go back over here real fast to the greenhouse and pop these torch flower seeds and torch flowers themselves in that chest. That way we have a much clearer inventory. Oh, actually, you know what? Let's go ahead and just, boop, boop. There we go. Now we're ready to go. But before we do begin on the camel area, I guess it's more of a desert area instead of just the camels, because the armadillos are going to live there too. So we'll go get to work on that in a minute. But before we do, I want to update our map, because right here, you can see this is what the sniffer enclosure looks like before we even built it. It was just a forest, and there's their fence. But now's the time we break the map and update it. Woohoo! Look at that. That looks so cool. I mean, it is just a fence with trees inside of it, and it doesn't even fit on the map, which is kind of funny, but I think it looks fantastic. I never noticed these two islands over here. Maybe we should do something with that one day. Anyway, so let's see here. I need to get a block or two. Don't mind me just destroying the ground so I can see. There we go. I don't even need to just do this. There we go. So this is where the giant animal enclosure is. I think we called it Critter Field or something like that. This is Critter Field, that giant fence. And we want to make this area the, whatchamacallit, it's the little desert area. This area and this area. And maybe we could even do like half and half is going to be the savanna and desert. So that'll be super, super cool. And that's what we're going to get to work on today. Let's see here. We need to run. I guess I can start using burnt toast. I should start using burnt toast, because he's just sitting over here in this pen. And I don't want to keep running around and jumping and wasting all my food. So let's see here. We should probably take a look at the chore board as well. We built this a couple episodes ago. We got frog housing with a little $sign to mean as a like an indication that we did it. So now we gotta do frog housing, $sign, perfect. Or sniffer housing, I guess. Sniffer housing is done. Next up is camel housing, and then help Carl, which I'm not gonna lie, we can probably take that one off the list as well, because Carl seems to be doing much better. If you all remember, Carl over here has had some severe insomnia ever since he came back from the stars ever so long ago, and he hasn't been sleeping, but he's just been running around by the frog area over there. But now, this bed right here is the one that he has been sleeping in for quite a few days now, so I think it's time we put him back inside civilization. We don't need to send him to the hospital. He's doing just fine now. We are kind of out of houses though. All of them, there's just no more room, so we may need to build a new one eventually, but we'll do that later. For now, let's see. This, I think, yeah, this is that little part of the desert area that we're gonna build that I wanted to include. So we want to have it go basically from right about this yellow flower by my horse all the way in like a little circular motion up to here. That'll be the desert area, and we're gonna need a lot of sand to complete this. So for now, let me grab a lead and pop burnt toast right over here. And I guess we can go ahead and get to work on this. This is gonna be fun. We need sand, and we need a lot of fences, but I guess we could do the fences later. I don't exactly know how we're gonna keep the camels inside of this desert enclosure area, because they're able to just walk over the fences. So we'll have to figure something out there later. For now, let's go see how much sand we got, and if we need to go collect some, and then we'll be all good. I assume we have a lot after we made all that glass for the frog enclosure. But we have 63 sandstone and 64 sand plus 1. We are going to need to go gather some more sand. But for now, let's go place what we have just to get it out of here and see exactly how much we will need afterwards. I'm going into this kind of winging it a little bit. I don't exactly know what it is I want to do fully for decorations inside of the desert enclosure. Like I don't exactly know. What in the world? Why am I sleeping on the ground? That's weird. Yeah, I don't exactly know what designs and decorations I want to do inside of the desert enclosure. Kind of like I don't know what to do for the sniffer enclosure. but we can figure that out later. For now, what we need to do is fill in this little area here, because it's 2 blocks deep, and we only want it to be 1 block deep. That way it looks more level with the ground, you know? Let's see, that we should probably grab our shovel. That way we don't have to break all the sand that we misplace with our hands. We'll also have to take a little trip over to the actual desert to find ourselves some of those new, what's it called? Dry grass? Dead grass? I forget what it's called, but it's the sand-colored grass. So we want to go get some of that to decorate this area. I think that'll look super cool, but we can do that later. For now, we are out of sand, except for this one singular block. There we go. Okay, so we want to fill in all of this area, and I guess we should probably, let's go get ourselves a few blocks or so, just so we can mark the area that we want fully for the desert area. We don't want to go too overboard or underboard. Is that a thing? Underboard? Who knows? Let's see though. I need to get some fences. Do we have any? I take it we don't have any, which is very, very sad indeed. So let's just grab some oak, I guess. And then let's go take a quick trip back over to the desert area. And we'll be all good to go gather sand as soon as we're done. I do not have any shovels. That is quite sad. We're gonna have to use one of our thousands of diamonds. At least it feels like we have thousands, but we definitely do not. But I have plenty to spare. So this should be easy peasy. As long as we get efficiency 4 on it. If we don't get efficiency 4, I'm gonna be so sad. I have 35 levels. That should count for something, you'd think, right? Let's see, let's open up. Oh yeah, I forgot. The password is password, Cinnamon Toast. That's the new passcode that we made to get down here. That password is password. Let's grab ourselves a diamond. And we can make a shovel. And what do we get? Efficiency 4, perfect. Let's grab some lapis. 1, 2, 3. And hopefully, I don't think it's possible. It might be possible to get mending from an enchantment table, but I don't know if it is. Hopefully we get at least Unbreaking 3, though. Of course we didn't. Hopefully, it'll survive long enough to get us all the sand we need, but I kinda doubt it. Let's go grab Burnt Toast and hook him to a fence while we're off gathering sand from our local sand gathering area. We're gonna need a lot of sand, and I mean a lot of sand, probably more than I've ever gathered before. Maybe not that much, actually. It seems like a big area over there that we're filling in with sand for the camels and armadillos and whatnot, but to be honest, I don't think it's gonna cost us or use as much sand as I think it's gonna use. But might as well get a little extra in case we need it, and we'll be all good to go. Okay, I have finished placing in all of the sand, and it actually almost took 10 stacks of sand. We've only got 28 sand left, which is kind of scary, honestly. I guess my predictions were correct, that it would take a lot more than 10 stacks of sand to complete a project of this scale. But we're almost finished, and we have this little square bit over here that kind of looks a little out of place. We have it over here as like a little place we can build a small house or something for the armadillos, or something like that. I was also thinking as well, I just remembered, we probably can't have the armadillos and camels in the same area, just because of the fact that the armadillos actually get scared of the camels, and they don't come out of their shells. if there's a camel nearby, they'll just like hide in their shell forever. And I don't want that to happen. I want them to be out and about and stuff like that. So we may have to build the armadillos a home of their own eventually, which is another one to add to the chore board. What's it called? Armadillo homes. But we'll work on that later. For now, I think this is looking pretty good for the camel enclosure. We can go ahead and break these wood blocks, which were to mark where the sand should be. Let's see though. Is there anything else we want to add, or is this good? I kind of like how it turned out, actually. The terraforming has been a success. We could add a little bit more out like this, just to give it a little more width or length or whatever. Let's see, this might use up most of our sand. It's okay. We have our local sand gathering area if we need it, but I don't think we will. That's looking pretty good, I'd say. We have 4 sand left. We might as well just use it up. Add in as much sand as possible for these camels. And last but not least, we gotta light it up. I kinda like the idea of just having torches be the only thing around to light up the desert, as it's like an open area or something like that. I think that would be pretty cool. And you know what we can do? We can even make it like feel a lot more like home for the camels by adding in a small, really small, tiny little desert temple just chilling over here. I think that would be really cool. And then we could also have, like I said earlier, a nice little tower right here, just a tiny one where they can duck inside and chill for a bit if they want to get out of the desert heat. But obviously they live in the desert, so that shouldn't be a problem for them. But who knows, maybe they want to get out of the heat. Now what I need to do is I need to go empty out. Where'd Burnt Toast go? I can't ever find this guy. There he is. I see him over there. I need to go empty out all of this dirt from my inventory. But before we do, we can probably go ahead and just fill in this little gap of water here as well, because it always seems that there's a leak around. There we go. Let's do a bit of that. Place some water to make it perfect. There we go. Now we can go away from here, and it's not leaking into the land anymore. Alright, Burnt Toast. I need you to take me to my storage house so I can empty out all of this dirt from my inventory. This is ridiculous. I always end up with, like, the most dirt. I always end up with a ton of dirt in my Minecraft worlds. It's kind of weird. But I guess that's kind of normal as well. Let's see, I don't need these wood blocks anymore. I do need to take a snooze, and then we'll be all good. We should probably, like I said earlier, we should probably go update the chore board as well. Take a look at exactly, or I guess add what exactly it is we need to do later in future episodes. We have camel housing, help Carl, Nautilus housing, expand a lay hotel. That was number 6, so let's add number 7 as copper goal house / farm. And then number 8 as armadillo house. Perfect. So the chore board is updated, but we'll be doing the rest of that later. For now, what we need to do is take a long trip out to the desert, just like we did a little while back. The good news, though, is that I have my trusty trident here to help me complete this journey. And I've got my shears, because what it is we're going to the desert for is we are going to find some of that dry grass I was talking about earlier. So let's get to work. Alright, I am back from the desert, and sadly I did not find any of that dried dead grass stuff. So it looks like the best we're getting is dried bushes. Maybe one day we'll find the dead dried grass stuff, but for now, I think dried bushes? No, dead bushes will do just fine. And also, while I was out in the desert, I found us a desert temple that it looks like we have already explored in the past. So I went ahead and destroyed a little bit of it to take its materials, and now we can build ourselves a tiny one here. So I think this is going to be a good spot here. We can break this actually, and then we can do 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Oh no, that's 6. So we'll do this. We just make a simple square, and then we go up like a pyramid. I think the next layer we'll do out of sandstone. There we go. And then the top layer we'll do chiseled sandstone, just to give it some like gradient or whatever. How would it look though if we broke this? Let's see. How does that look from the front? I kind of like it the other way. And then for the little pillars out here, we'll do 1, 2. Yep, that's even. And then we place this, and then some sandstone on top, but we'll do sandstone slabs. Oh, I need a crafting table. Of course I need a crafting table. Sometimes Minecraft can be so aggravating when what you need is just not around. Gotta run all the way back over to my house because I don't have a crafting table on me. Maybe I should start carrying one on me at all times. That's okay though. Let's make ourselves a couple sandstone slabs, and now we go finish up the temple, and I think that's gonna be all for now. We just need to place the camels in their home, and we'll come back to the enclosure later as well. I seem to be doing that a lot lately, haven't I? Always coming back to projects that we didn't finish. You know what we might do though? Maybe what we should do is move these pillars a little bit more inward. Let's see here, chiseled. Maybe we do it there. I kind of want it to be, well, no, because in a real temple, it would be right about here, because it is connected technically to the actual main part of the temple. So we'll do this and see how this looks. There we go. I think that looks pretty good. A tiny little temple, except for the fact that we need the opening, which I mean, it's not really gonna lead anywhere. But we'll do that, just to give it some little stuff, you know? Little detail here and there. And then I need to place that there and there. And I guess we can go ahead and do this. Place one on the back. There we go. I think that's about as good as we're gonna get for a temple. I think it looks pretty good. Let's just place one on top there. Give it X. Oh no, I don't like that actually. Let's break that. There we go. I think that's gonna do it for now. Next up, we gotta bring the camels to their new home, and we'll be good to go. Let's see here. Oh, camels, your new home is ready. Almost ready, I guess, but it doesn't have an actual part like an enclosure. It's kind of just a place to sit for now and just hang out. Eventually, we'll get the fence going once I figure out how the heck I'm gonna keep these guys in and not like, they're just not gonna walk over the fence. We'll have to figure that out later, but for now, I think this is gonna do it. And we have to build the house over there, the little tiny thing here. We could go ahead and get that done now, actually. Let's see. Let's go up. We need it to be pretty big for the camels. So we'll go up 4 blocks. 1, 2, 3, 4. And then we can do the same here. And we'll make a little big window for them to look out of. There we go. And then we do the same thing here. There we go. And then for this little thing here, we could do a little, like a gradient or a pattern, I guess. We do sandstone, boop, 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 boop. How's that look? Ooh, I kind of like that. That looks kind of cool. We could even do the same thing over here, but it's going to have to be here, I think. That'll be fine. Let's, because it needs to have a doorway, of course. So we do boop, boop. And then we go up 2. And then sandstone on top. And then for the roof, we'll just do a simple sandstone roof, just like this. Kind of like a pyramid, kind of like the desert temple itself. Ah, I'm placing all the wrong blocks. There we go. Perfect. How's that look? I think that looks kind of good. Kind of looks like the ruins of something. I like it. And this should be plenty of room for the camels to come in and sit or just chill, or whatever it is they're gonna do. What do you guys think of your new home? That looks weird. I thought it would look kind of good. Just a little top of the fence, but whatever. What do you guys look at them? They're looking around. He's like, "Ooh, I like this place, this little desert area. Looks super fancy." And in the next episode, we'll continue work on this and the sniffer enclosure. Or maybe we'll just start the next project, never come back and complete this project. Nah, don't worry, we'll eventually complete it. But for right now, I think this is where I'm going to end off today's episode. I hope you all enjoyed as much as I have. Don't forget to leave a like on this video and share with your friends and family to show them the brand new desert area that we have built in today's episode. And don't forget to subscribe to the channel so you never miss fun content just like this. And as always, everybody, I will see you in the next episode.